Points, theirs led to points. So their momentum shifts in the football game are created when you can make those kind of plays. Well, honestly, I'm tired of practicing fakes and not running. So, but yeah, we needed to jump start the game, man. We had to do something to create some momentum, and I thought that, that kid's one of the better players on our football team. He got the ball in his hands, so he can make some things happen. And it was great blocking and execution. I was happy he was able to get that first down. No, he said he was getting stepped on when he was on the bottom of the pile, so it shouldn't be nothing too bad to keep him out of next week's game.
What's the plan to get him more involved? I mean, y'all had him in the Wildcat, I guess, the possessions to start first half. I mean, was that the plan going in to just get him as more touches as you could?
Well, when you're having trouble running the football, that's a way of us getting another guy some touches to run the football. Several ways you can run the football and take the pressure off our tailbacks, but he's a good enough athlete to where we can put the ball in his hands and he can make some things happen.
And that was your team's third road win and league game this year. You talk about their confidence going ahead and how we this weekend.
Again, I don't know if it's confidence or we just understand the predicament we're in. We just go play. These guys these some young guys. They just play football. Now they want to win. They play hard. They put a lot of effort into winning, and that's what you see from them. But I think they starting to believe now that we can accomplish that goal that's in front of them. But it takes winning to get there, and we got to play a lot better in order to do that.
Can you talk about that goal? It's right there for you. How hungry is this team to get that win, clinch the Western Division?
Well, I think they're real hungry. I think every game you win, you get a step closer. And we understand that we're in the driver's seat and we control our own destiny. And the only way we can do that is we win football games. So, they're excited about it. These guys, some of these seniors have been here, and the most games they ever won is 4. So we eclipsed that win total this year, first time in a long time. I know first time in at least 3 years that we don't won more than 4 games. So I'm just happy for them. And my goal is to try to get this senior class out as a winner to say we were part of that change that took place in 2013. Now look at what Southern is.
Coach, y'all can be the West champs Thursday night if Alcorn beats Prairie. So you don't even have to necessarily win another game to win it if they win Thursday night. Does that kind of make it strange this week coming up?
No, sir. It's not strange because we got other goals that we want to accomplish. We want to win football games. It'll put the ease of mind. We won't have to worry about it, but we still got some other goals. Excuse me.
How close will you be paying attention to that game?
When they play?
Thursday night.
This Thursday coming?
Yeah.
I think we all will be watching it. So we'll all be watching it, but usually Thursday night's a day for us to watch football as a staff. We usually go somewhere and watch football, and since that game will be on, I'm quite sure our eyes will be on it.
All week, preaching about slowing down TSU's quarterback, sacking 4 times, keeping him effective.
We got to him. He had the long run now, so he made some plays. Just a very good athlete, and that puts a lot of pressure. You got to understand, when the best athlete on the field is at quarterback, it put a lot of pressure on the defensive line. And he got loose some, and he was able to make some runs, and shoot, we did all we could to corral him. So I was just proud of the effort that the guys gave tonight.
Coach, on Tuesday you were talking about not being able to set up your running game because you got behind and you had to play catch up. How big was it to come out and grab that lead and kind of set up what you wanted to do on offense?
Well, I think this football team know how to win when we're ahead. We just have to get in that predicament. It's just that we haven't been there a whole lot. So, we were able to come down in 4 minutes to kill the clock, and we kicked the field goal to go up 31-17. Then in about 30 seconds, they go right back down the field. So it just goes to show you that our guys, they get complacent there at the end, not make plays. So, but that's understandable, man. Like I told them, I said, hey, man, our goal was to win the football game. Yeah, we would like to have finished that football game off a lot better, but we didn't, and we won the game. So we got to get better next week as we prepare for a better football team.
Any reason why Favorite didn't play the second half?
Yes, a violation of some team rules, so he was benched for the first half.
Thanks, guys. Just have some questions for Justin Morgan.
Dang, they don't even give y'all one last question out here, do they? Y'all be good.
What's my name?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Right.
They used to. Let me see, Marcus.
Hey, you want to just start with, I guess you kind of knew you were going to have a little bit bigger of a role coming into this game. You want to just talk about your mindset was coming in and getting more touches?
Well, coming into the game, it was like, we want to get you the ball more, so I was thinking, just got to help my team out. So we started working with the Wildcat more this week and came out and opened up with it.
And then the fake punt, I mean, you want to describe that? I mean, something y'all working on in practice, I guess?
We've been working on that for a while. It was just we finally got to put it into the game, and it worked to our advantage.
So what was the play? I mean, you're kind of hidden behind the two linemen, or what?
Just come in as normal, like nothing ever happened, stand behind them, catch a snap, and run.
All right.
What do you call that? You call that the wild jag?
Morgan Wright. Yeah.
Was the opening possession of the first half, opening possession of the second half was kind of similar. You got 3 snaps in the Wildcat position. Were those plays scripted for you? Did you know going in that you were going to get those snaps?
I knew we were going to open up with the Wildcat, but coming to the second half, I was really thinking we were going to be in something else, but just got to make do with what you get.
What about with your quarterback background? Any chance to let you throw it?
We'll see what happens.
You play quarterback in high school?
Yes, sir.
Where at?
Pale City High School.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Jerry Jones, quarterback.
Don't break your
Questions?
Brady wasn't the most beautiful victory, but it was a victory, though. How big was it? Just put y'all a game away from winning the SWAC West Championship.
I mean, we'll take the victories how they come, no matter how bad or how ugly it looks. Sometimes it be that way, and sometimes you just got to take, what they give you and just roll with the punches. I mean, we did a great job of just, not letting those guys come back and be victorious. We did a great job at closing out the game and winning tonight.
Dre, you haven't had a winning season here, so talking to you throughout the year is obviously very important to you to reverse that trend. You talk about just that, how close y'all are putting a winning season together, and, almost being Western Division champs.
It's a great feeling just, putting wins together, but we just want to, continue to win, just put wins back to back to back. The thing is, we haven't won 3 games in a row since I've been here, so we just trying to implement that towards the guys and just keep reminding them, let's just do the things we do well, continue doing those things, and then the things we don't do well, let's throw that out, and then, build on something that we do good.
How about the guy that just left? Talk about his play just
I mean, he's a great guy. He's a speedy guy, great athletes, and we just trying to find a way to, give our athletes a chance to make plays in space, such as Willie Coyne and Lee Dawson, Randall Menard. Those guys are great in space when it's one-on-one, so we just try to utilize our talent and enable those guys to get the ball in space and let them make plays for us.
Can we say a little more about Menard, that last play? I mean, the big pass that kind of put the game away.
We need those type of things from him. I mean, he's a young guy, but he has great potential. I mean, it was just a simple hitch route, and he broke one tackle and, took it to the house. It's a great thing for us, just being able to, turn short passes into big gains. So we always try to, like I said, just get the ball to our playmakers out of my hands into someone else's hands and let them make plays.
Being up 21-3 early like that, was it a different mindset on the sidelines there, having that controlling lead?
It's a good feeling just being up, but at the same time, I think we revert back to just being lackadaisical. I think, being up 21-3, we think, hey, this ball game already, but we came out, we kind of slowed down our tempo and began to get kind of lethargic. So, I mean, I like to just tell those guys, let's put our foot on their throats and just end the game. That way, it doesn't have to come down to a heart attack at the end of the game.
You tipped the hat to the defense a little bit, keeping them at bay while you guys kind of got lackadaisical on offense.
The defense has been doing great the last couple of games, and those guys just got that swagger to. I mean, once they get to 3 and outs, it becomes contagious for them. Once they get that confidence and the first drive's over and they understand what the offense is doing, and they just know, we've studied film all week and we've just gone out and we understand the personnel, so let's just go out and execute our assignments. Once we execute our assignments offensively and defensively, special teams wise, like we ran to Morgan Wright, is a great thing.
Did the rain affect any of those throws that got away from you?
I mean, it did, but it didn't. I mean, the ball got kind of slick, but, Coach Germany practice on those things with us. We dip balls in wet buckets and just throw wet ball throws at the end of practice sometimes. So he does a great job of preparing me for those type of things, but I don't like to use those things as excuses.
What does Randall do so well, and why is the light bulb just kind of come on for him the last couple weeks?
He's just a different type of guy. I mean, we have Willie Quinn, a shorter guy, shifty guy. We have Lee Dawes. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he knows how to get open. But Randall is a bigger target at 6'3", 6'2". He's a bigger target, and people underestimate his speed. So he ends up running by people sometimes, or just because he's big in stature, people fail to realize that he's hard to tackle. In the swag, he's almost the size of a tight end. So, I mean, it's a great thing to just be able to utilize his size as well as his speed.
One last question for Dre.
I guess all those weapons, right? How much fun is it to be the engineer of those guys?
It's a great thing. I mean, just being able to drop back and pick my poison is a great thing to just drop back and, you know, I'm not subject to throw the ball to Lee Dawes every time I drop back, or I'm not looking for Willie Quinn every time I drop back. It's just, we even had Bradley Coleman, who played great tonight, who had a couple of catches. We even have, you know, Rashawn Allen, the other tight end. We have a lot of personnel that we can utilize, and it's a great feeling. The artillery actually caught a 10-yard pass tonight, so, and you know, I just try to spread the ball around and just not try to have any tendencies when I'm on the field.
Lastly, we have D-Train Lindsay. Vegeta. His nickname is Vegeta. Make sure y'all put that in the paper. D-Train Goku. Lindsay. Yeah, Goku.
That's more funny.
Just coming back to Houston and getting a win, you know, first one as a Jaguar.
Well, it just feels good doing our thing out there. Because my coaches told us if we show good effort, do with the game plan, we was going to turn out victorious. So I'm just glad God blessed us the opportunity to do that.
Talk about the defense's effort. You know, y'all played a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, I think defense really was just hitting on our corners today. We got little balls got out of our reach a little bit, but as a total, we played good as a whole. So I'm glad that good job defense is doing so far.
You guys struggled a little bit against mobile quarterbacks the last couple of weeks. Tonight, they broke some, but for the most part, you kept them contained. What did you change in practice, or what did you change this game that allowed you guys to keep them contained?
Really, like you just said, it's practice. We made sure we have like most of our mobile quarterbacks in practice doing free to do whatever they need to do. So as a defense, we got used to scrimming the quarterback. Like you said, Arkansas Pine Bluff, of course, had a scrimming quarterback. Like you said, y'all used to quarterbacks trying to scrimmage us. So in practice, we made sure it's a big game. That can't be our poison that kill us this game. So I'm glad we was able to contain that.
Can y'all taste it as a team, the Western Division?
Like you said, we can taste what we want to taste, but we got to just take it one step at a time. You know what I'm saying?
One last question for D-Train.